Brought to you by The Tribe ODU, the official NIL club of Old Dominion Athletics. The Monarchists in the Tribe.
There is a second take. You guys work the left. We scored too many points.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
It's been a while. Most points scored since 2021 against Charlotte. We had 56.
Touchdown, Norfolk State.
Yeah? Go for two, baby.
53 seconds left. Can you go for two?
Yes.
I can't. It is, but I
You
can't
gotta
tell
go
if it's
for
the
two.
iPhone or that. Overtime overtime favors for you states. 100%.
Coach Ricky Rahne. Coach will start with a quick opening statement. Then take questions.
Yeah, I thought team played physical. We were able to control the line of scrimmage, particularly in the second half, and that was a challenge that I put on both the offensive line and defensive line, and they really stepped up. I thought a lot of guys ended up playing well today. Obviously, I'll have to watch the tape to see, but I thought Colton played really well. We made some great decisions. It was great to see that, and I thought he played with a ton of confidence, which he's a great player, so we should and he did. Questions?
How nice is it to have a game like this? Last time you played an FCS school here, got a little hairy. And this one, everything's kind of all cylinders. Everybody's getting in. Everybody's playing. You're getting reserves are playing. Everybody's getting some playing time. How nice is it to have a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to execute. It's nice to play well. I mean, that's what's nice. I mean, that's a really good football team that we played. I have a feeling they're going to end up with a very good record. And, it wouldn't surprise me if this is their last loss of the season.
Trequan made the most of his 5 carries. What's it like? I mean, that a lot goes into that with blocking and everything like that. But to see him have that kind of night, it's got to be nice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the very first one was a great read by him, but obviously about as well blocked as you could possibly get. I told the offensive line that I could have scored on that one, but I'm pretty sure I would have pulled my hamstring out of that bad deal. But No, but the second one I thought was obviously a really good run. I guess he set the school record and broke Quinn's record from last year. And then I thought the third one was a nice read, but also very well block play. Credit to the coaching staff for designing some great plays, but credit to the players for executing them. And I did think their fundamentals improved greatly in terms of striking people.
In the third quarter, the offense really kind of came to life. You talked about, you talked the offensive line at halftime. What else would you attribute that to?
I just thought we were executing. I mean, there were plays to be made there in the first half that we just didn't quite make, right? They were just right there, and we didn't quite make them. So I know that frustrated a few people on that, but overall, I thought we did a nice job.
Kind of, if you could talk more about Colton, very efficient. I mean, great numbers, 19 to 24, and just overall his performance.
Yeah, I thought he played really well. I mean, I thought he made great decisions all night. There was maybe one decision I couldn't even think about that maybe I didn't love. Other than that, he was really making great decisions, and he was making them with confidence, and he was doing it to where you were seeing him get through his progressions. You were seeing him being very confident in the run game. Just everything he did was with conviction. And yeah, I loved it.
No Jason out there. Is that injury related?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't out there tonight, so see where it goes.
Was he in the stadium tonight?
I mean, he's obviously, we're working through some things, and so we just need to, make sure we continue to support him.
Is he still with the team?
Yeah. But I mean, listen, it's all of us when we go through things like that, it can be tough.
Say things like that. You mean the injury?
Yeah, when you're when you're injured and you feel better and you don't feel better, and all of us feel that way. I mean,
So Jason's out, Koa's out, but you had some young guys that had the opportunity to step up today. Can you talk about those linebackers and what you thought of their performance?
I thought they played really well. I thought Seth played well. I was happy with Jackson Force when he got in there. Couldn't be more proud of AJ Ashworth. He goes in there. I mean, he's with the G squad all week. Gives the best look of anybody on our team. Because they had a good player in the linebacker. That 54 is a good player. And so AJ was him all week. I mean, doesn't really take any reps. And he goes in there and pounds the ball. Right? That shows who that kid is. It's the most emotion I've ever seen him have. It was awesome. That was by far my favorite moment of the game.
When the freshmen are getting in the game, obviously you can't pre-plan that, but do you try and think about in terms of serving on 4 games in terms of a red shirt possibility, or?
At this stage of the game, I mean, if we can save it, we will. But I mean, most of these guys are going to end up playing with them. That's just the way it is with the roster construction that we have nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So they've got to go in with the mindset that they're going to play 4 games. And if that ends up being special teams, if that ends up being whatever it is, I think it's all those reps are going to help them be successful in their future.
When Barlow got carted off, you kind of were smiling and kind of patted him, and he's out there walking around. I mean, was that a really just precautionary thing? He seems to be okay.
Yeah, tough kid. He'll be all right.
Was there a time in the third quarter where you ever thought, okay, on both sides of the ball, this is the way we wanted this to go since I got here? This is the way we've drawn it up the whole time.
No.
No?
I never, as a coach, it's not like you're like, all right, it's going to go this way, this way, this way. There were still plays in the third quarter where I was angry with. There were plays in the first half I was excited about. I was happy with the way we were executing and the way we were playing. I was more happy with how resilient we were being. Maybe get a penalty and do something right. Get backed up and score, get another goal line stand, not punt the ball real well, and then come back and punt it very well. You know what I mean? I was probably more happy with just the resilience of the team because, I would like to think that, you know, I'm a fairly resilient person and so I'd like them to take on at least that one personality trait of mine. The rest of them, they could probably, but that one, I would like to have.
But you don't want them ever to think you're satisfied, in other words.
It's not that I'm not ever satisfied, it's just when you're in the heat of the game, there's things that you're like, man, I wish we would have done that, I wish we, you know what I mean? Like you're, and then you're on to the next play. So it's like every play, I'm thinking, okay, yes, we executed that correctly. No, we didn't execute that correctly. And that's what, so it's not that I'm not satisfied. It's just, you know, I think some people with the whole 1-0 mentality don't understand it. Like I'm still judging some of that play. You know, then there's a moment where I shut it off and I move to the next one. It's not like I ignore that play the whole time. It's like you have to still value that play. So that's kind of.
You have a good week of practice leading up to this?
So we had a physical week of practice, and I thought we had a week that the guys were intense. All the way up and all the way through our walkthroughs today. So I thought our focus and our intensity was good. Still had mistakes, right? Still had some things we need to get corrected, but our focus and our intensity was there from Sunday night through Saturday morning.
Was there a fire at your hotel?
Not at my hotel. There was a fire in the river.
Why are you guys saying important?
We all said,
Oh, really? Okay.
nice. There's a lot of room there. A lot of room there. It's good hotel for us. You know, it gets us away a little bit, but not enough to where we're so far away and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, there was, and the good people, the Portsmouth Fire Department, they handled it awesome. So I was on my run when it was happening. You know, I woke up this morning and I was like, man, the bacon is smelling awesome today. Apparently, bacon smells like burnt shit.
Any other questions for Coach?
Was that a block punt, by the way, or was that just shanked?
Which one?
There-
Ours?
Yeah.
No. We just didn't hit it.
Okay. I was just curious.
No, we just didn't even hit that one. Nope. Now we did block one that went how far?
64 yards.
60.
Is that a school record?
So I have no idea how far that punt would have gone had we not blocked it. I mean, that might have been an 85 yard. And that guy hit it. I mean, like that must have been the greatest punt in the history of college football. I mean, that he hit on that one. And thank goodness our guy. I'm being dead serious when I say this. Thank goodness our guy did not dislocate his wrist or his hand when he blocked that punt. It had enough force to go. So that one, that was something I don't think I've ever seen or ever will see ever again. So that was incredible.
Anything else?
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Might be the closest I've ever seen to a whiff.
Yeah.
Jerome Carter, Colton Joseph, Trequan Jones. Trequan school record 93-yard touchdown run today.
What's up, fellas?
Open it up for questions.
Trequan on the 93-yard touchdown. Were you watching the video board to see how close they were behind you?
Oh, yeah, I did do that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did that. So.
You made the most of your 5 carries tonight, man. I mean, was that high school, any level? Have you ever done something like that before? 5 carries, that many yards, and those touchdowns that length?
Nah, I never get nothing like that. So I got to thank my old line set. So they say that. I wouldn't need it.
Ricky Rahne said he could have scored on the first touchdown. The blocking was so good.
So what's the feeling? I mean, when you're 5 carries and those lengthy runs and the touchdowns. I mean, what's going through your mind, man, when you're seeing those holes?
I feel normal, you know, that's what I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do. And I'm aware, of course, but like I said, I couldn't do it with my O-line. Colton, no great news.
Colton, loaded question here, but I mean, gotta feel good to get one of those in that fashion, get a win like that, and, you know, kind of propel you guys into next week.
Yeah, no, it was a great win, offensive, defensively, and special teams. Everyone was playing well. You know, he was running his butt off. He was you know, back there making sure there's no ball going deep, and you know, we were just excited to play, and it was a good win.
Yeah, coach said basically, he said maybe there was one decision you made that he would maybe have back, but overall, I mean, he doesn't hand out praise like that all the time, you know. He was very complimentary of your performance. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely a couple plays I got to clean up. I got a little sloppy there. Just got to execute and get back to, you know, just playing myself and being me. But other than that, I thought everyone played well. Everyone on the offense, you know, we did our 111 that helped us put out that many points.
Trequan, some of your longer runs came on simple plays right up the middle.
Yeah.
What does that say about this offense and what it's capable?
That's what I said. Like I said, we make great reads and O-line to do their job. That's it. That's nothing crazy to it.
What are you seeing on the pick there?
Everybody doing their job on the defense. I just watch a lot of film. I knew they were going to try to throw a short route, so I jumped it. Everybody in coverage was doing their job, and you know, I helped them get that pick too.
How important was it for the defense not to give up a touchdown?
We harped on it all week. That's what we want to do every game. So it was pretty good. That's all we wanted to do.
What are you guys taking away from today? Heading to Blacksburg next week.
You know, just gotta keep rolling, go 1-0. You know, put this week behind us. You know, it was a W on the schedule, but you know, now we're focused on BT. That's our only focus. You know, going 1-0 in practice. You know, that'll prepare us for you.
Are you a believer in momentum that something like this can carry into next week and kind of propel you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely helps the spirits, you know, in the room and in the building high. But you know, no matter what happens, you just gotta go, you know, into every week with a new mindset.
Colton, what was the biggest difference between the first half and the third quarter in terms of the offense?
All I gotta say is just less mistakes, you know, especially by me. But yeah, when we came out in the second quarter, or the third quarter, my bad. You know, he sparked the offense there, so we just kept rolling. Momentum had us rolling.
Anything else for the players? Most lopsided win in Ricky Rahne's career as a head coach. So obviously the most lopsided win you've experienced this year. Was it nice to win one, you know, with a really decent spread, decent victory margin?
Yeah, no doubt. It's always good to win like that, for sure.
Anything else?
All right.
Thanks, fellas.
Thanks, guys.
Good job.